My coworker wouldn't stop throwing paper airplanes at me during meetings. When I finally pieced together their meaning, I realized, that's the third one today, Cleo said, not even looking up from her laptop as another paper airplane landed on my keyboard. We'd been in this budget meeting for 2 hours, and she'd been launching them from across the conference table. Seriously? I picked it up, saw urgent, written on the wing in red ink. Very urgent, she said, twirling her pen. Life or death, probably. I unfolded it. Inside was a doodle of a penguin wearing a tiny top hat. A penguin, I said, looking at her. An urgent penguin. He's distinguished. Note the hat. She was already folding another paper. Don't you have work to do? I'm trying to, but someone keeps throwing urgent penguins at me. They're messages, important ones. She launched the new airplane. It landed in my coffee. Cleo. Fine. Ignore my critical communications. She turned back to her screen, but I'm going to keep sending them. She wasn't kidding. Every meeting, without fail, paper airplanes would sail across the table. Always marked urgent. Always containing penguins. I started timing it. Monday's status meeting, penguin with a briefcase. Wednesday's client call, penguin on skis. Friday's team huddle, penguin holding a coffee cup. Revolutionary War, our coworker said one Tuesday, watching Cleo fold another airplane. What? The penguins. They're clearly historical reenactments. They're not historical, I said, catching the airplane before it hit my face. This one had a penguin wearing sunglasses. Then what are they? He asked. Cleo smiled. Classified. By the second month, I had a folder full of them. 23 penguins, each more elaborate than the last. Some had accessories. Some were doing activities. One appeared to be dancing. You're collecting them, she said one day at the printer, noticing my folder. They're cluttering my desk. You could throw them away. They're marked urgent. She grinned. So you do read them. The third month, she was out sick for a week. The meetings felt wrong. Too quiet. No paper rustling. No little penguins. I actually missed the disruption. When she came back, the penguins changed. Now there were 2 penguins in each drawing. 2 penguins sharing an umbrella. 2 penguins at computers. 2 penguins holding coffee cups. Why 2 now? I asked after a particularly boring Thursday meeting. Character development, she said, already walking away. The head of HR was less amused. It's disruptive, she said during month 4. Unprofessional. It's harmless, I said. She's throwing things at you during presentations. Paper airplanes, not things. Paper, still. But I'd started looking forward to them. Started checking my watch during meetings, wondering when the next one would come. Started trying to catch her eye when she threw them, but she always looked away immediately after. Month 5. The penguins were getting elaborate. One wore a cape, one held a microphone, one stood in the rain under a broken umbrella. I spread them all out on my desk one evening, trying to find a pattern. Working late, I jumped. Cleo stood in my doorway. Just organizing. She walked over, saw all the penguins laid out. You really did keep them all. They were urgent, I said, but something was clicking in my brain as I stared at them. This one, I said, picking up the penguin with the umbrella. It was raining and you forgot yours. I walked you to your car with mine. Her face went pale. Cameron. And this one with the soup, I continued, pieces falling into place so fast I could barely breathe. You had that terrible cold. I brought you tomato soup from the deli you mentioned you loved. Stop, she whispered, but I couldn't. The penguin with the band-aid. You cut your finger on the copier and I bandaged you up. I stepped closer to her and she stepped back, hitting the wall. Cleo, these aren't just random moments. These are all things I did for you. I should go, she said, her voice cracking. But I placed my arms on both sides of her, trapping her in my arms. You've been documenting it. 6 months of documenting every time I noticed you needed something. Every time I chose you, the air between us was electric. It's stupid, she breathed. It's not stupid. Cleo, you've been falling for me. That's what the penguins are. Don't say it. They're love notes. She made a small sound, somewhere between a laugh and a sob. Urgent love notes, I corrected, leaning closer. 6 months of urgent love notes disguised as penguins. Cameron. I kissed her then, right there against the wall, and she kissed me back like she'd been waiting 6 months to do it.